What are you doing?
Oh my God.
I don't even know what's going on.
Don't forget that gift cards available at RitaYanez.com.
Hi there, Capricorn. This is your monthly speed read for the month of December 2015. I'm wishing you well. I hope that your holidays are going to be lots of fun and that your break from school is going to provide a lot of entertainment and rest for you as well. Don't forget to get some nappy hours in there. The atmosphere this month starts off with the Page of Cups, so there could be some unexpected surprises in terms of events, and I actually like this for you this month because it isn't going to be anything too crazy. I think that there's a real potential for, especially those of you who are single, to meet somebody new at a family gathering, or some friends of the family come over, or somebody that you're not used to hanging out with on winter break communicates with you, and then you realize that you're very comfortable with this person and that it seems like you could have a neat friendship with them. You may not even feel like an instant attraction to this individual. It could feel pretty much like just one of your bros. And so with that in mind, accept invitations, wherever you're allowed to go, whatever time you're allowed to spend hanging out with some friends, meet people, be safe in all things, of course, but get out there. For those of you that are already paired up in some romantic way, you should have some really nice times together this holiday season. And for those of you who don't date because you can't date or you don't want to date, that's fine too, because there's nothing wrong with meeting friends, and that's exactly what you all should be doing anyway. And even if you can't always spend the kind of time you'd like to with your friends, doesn't mean that you can't spend the time you are allowed to spend together, like online, Skyping, FaceTiming, whatever it is that you do. So remember that even those times that you think it's like, well, we can't really get together to go alone to a movie, remember that you're building something much more solid than you think, because you've actually got it right where the adults have it wrong. They think that relationships have to be like boom, 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 ducks in a row, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, for all intents and purposes. And you guys really know how to build a very special and solid friendship first, because then that way, if it can proceed to the next level, that's fine. If it doesn't ever get past the friendship level, or you have to back it back down, you have another friend. Week 2, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is just fine, because it just indicates that, of course, you're getting close to that new moon on the 11th, and you're feeling like, okay, so it's time to start over. We're coming off of that last full moon and some other funky astrology in November, and that's okay, because it means that a new spiritual renewal is just around the corner. Plus, remember that we're going to be coming into your birthday season soon. Week 3, we've got the High Priestess, and this is a really good sign for you guys, because I bet you if anybody were to say, ignorantly so, who is the most sensitive psychic person of the zodiac? And immediately everybody thinks of people like me, Scorpio types. We talk to the dead. Really, I have to throw Capricorn into the mix, and I'll tell you why. You guys are very grounded and practical. You are very psychic, believe it or not. Now, the reason why you're an asset to everything, including a ghost hunting team, is because you guys are the least likely to over-explain a fart and think that it was a ghost trying to materialize. You guys actually are nice and stable and calm, and therefore are even able to detect the differences, the anomalies in the environment, in the electrical field around you. You're able to detect all kinds of fluctuations, and instantly, without, without skipping a beat, you're able to say something has changed here that doesn't make sense. Whereas people like me, we're crawling through the room saying, oh, I can feel them, which of course I get those feelings too, but I'm not nearly as good as you would be at this because I have to actually have people remove me from environments before I get maybe like too strong an energy using my body in ways that I don't like. You guys are the type that these entities can't even budge you. It's like, try, so you'd be really hard to actually be someone to, it would be hard to possess you, for lack of a better word. It would be very difficult to try to take control of who you are. So remember that you're an asset, right? They're all on your own. Even if you never end up on a ghost hunting team, what I'm trying to make sense of is that the High Priestess talks about tuning into and maybe tuning up your psychic intuition so that you can make better sense of the environment around you and that you can learn how to detect those subtle energy fields that everybody else is missing. That could be something that you could be working on this holiday season, your time off from school. Week 4, we've got the Chariot in reverse, which indicates there might be some pushing and pulling, some tugging and tossing there with the family dynamics, and it probably is something really far outside you. Now, it could be the idea that maybe you've got these kind of opposing sides of yourself, like good angel and then little devil on the other shoulder, so just remember that you are a blend of all things. It doesn't mean you have to go into the dark side, and it doesn't mean that you have to be a fairy princess, floating off into the angelic realms. You are who you are in this physical form. Your job here is to enjoy this place, to have fun, live a good life, get your education, make your dreams come true, and to really enjoy what it's like to be on this terrestrial planet. This is really your atmosphere. This is really what you're about. You guys are really good to work in this atmosphere with. And I tell people all the time, you ever feel like you're not grounded? Go hang on to a Capricorn. Go grab one by the hand and say, could you just please hold me or stand next to me for a little while? And you'll see how stabilizing your energy is. My dad was a Capricorn, and let me tell you something, even no matter what his bad behavior was when he was younger and fairly out of control, but long story, it has to do with his immigrant status. My parents came from Cuba in 1966. They naturalized relatively quickly afterward, but I was only the first generation born here. And so, there's some things that are hard to shake, but my dad was like the rock in the family, always ultra reliable. Do you know how far that goes in life? I tell gals all the time, you're really looking for somebody solid? You're looking for somebody who isn't going to be bullshitting you. Marry a Capricorn, just make sure you like them. And then that's great, which of course that won't happen until you're in your mid 30s for you gals at the earliest, my preference, and 40s for the guys too. No younger than your mid 30s, because it takes that long to get your degrees, to buy your house, to know which way your butt is, which way the toilet paper hangs and all that. And in fact, have you guys noticed something? I think it's printed on the front of the Charmin toilet paper packages now. It actually shows you, I need to take a picture of this. If you haven't seen it, it shows you that the toilet paper truly is supposed to come over the top. I don't know why, random, but there you go. Week 5, we've got the Ace of Wands, which indicates that there's something new starting up. And it may not materialize exactly quickly, but I think for those of you in the romantic mood, that there could be some flitter, flutter, butterflies in the stomach, little letters, poetry, songs that you sing to each other. There could be something here that really comes across as very innocent, but it is very stable. And also remember that we're going into, again, your birthday season soon. And then, of course, next spring, when we have the real beginning of the new year, astrologically speaking, there's going to be a whole lot for you to look forward to. Champion the cause, you guys. I love me some Capricorn. Merry Christmas and God bless you all.